zip up my jacket because I'm cold. Hey y'all, I hope y'all can hear me. Hey y'all, hey. I'm coming on here real quick. Real quick. Hey y'all. Hey. I'm popping in real quick. I don't have a whole lot of time. I don't have earrings in my ear. Like, this is a vacation where I've had a lot going on. I'm absolutely, it's been a good balance of like working, getting clarity on getting clarity on business things. And my vacation has also been resting. Y'all, I've been tired. Work, life, day to day, having a vacation is really like, has helped me rest. It's helped me rest. As y'all see, I came prepared tonight. Before we get started, I came prepared tonight. I got my ring light. And I tried to do last night's video. I still have it. It's just the lighting was real trash, so I didn't want to post it. But I wanted to come in and talk to y'all real quick because as I course correct a lot of different things with my clients, with myself, and my business journey, I realized that sometimes we don't get just the clear-cut support on, hey, this is how it goes to start a business, or the clear-cut support on what's required to start a business. We live in a day and age where people are so willing to cover up their mess that it's pathetic. They're willing to cover up their misery. They're willing to cover up the fact that they have a skill set, but they're too scared to use that skill set. So tonight I'm going to talk to you guys really briefly about what is truly required to start the business. So with that, we're going to get started. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the comments as we go. To start a business, let's get straight to it. To start a business, you need a skill set. Sit with your resume. What experience have you had in your past jobs? What experience have you had, and what can you easily teach? If you have something that you can easily teach, you easily qualify for entrepreneurship. You have to have something that you can teach. And you having a skill set that you can teach, it's a couple steps to this. You have to have that skill set. After you have that skill set, you have to confirm that that skill set has a demand. You have to confirm that that skill set is aligned with the industry that has a high demand. In the event that your skill set, let's say that you guys have like a office administration type of experience. That can align with real estate. That can align with you starting your own company, that service or product-based company. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to it. People are so caught up on the what ifs. They're so caught up on the risks that they fail to realize how simple it is. I'm to the point where I'm getting away from calling entrepreneurship easy, because it's not as easy, but it's simple. It's a simple strategic process, and it's up to us to understand that to start the process, you need a skill set. For two, after you have that skill set, you need to figure out which industry aligns with that skill set. Once you can determine that, it's only up. Once you can determine, hey, my skill set aligns with the industry that can guarantee me profitability, I'm going to use it. So first, you start with that skill set. Once you realize the skill set has a high demand, you have to create an offer. What can you offer with that skill set? Yes, you have office or administration history. Maybe you can do virtual assistants for all of these small businesses. You could be their virtual assistant, and you can then create a job opportunity for yourself to where you can work from home. You can have your kids. You can have your family. It's about being strategic. And too often we are surrounded by mediocre people who want mediocre things. And it's not to shame or blame anybody, but it's just to say, if you're an entrepreneur, you want different on a different level. That's it. If you have that courage, you want different on a different level. Just like if you're a person of spirituality, you want different on a different level. You know this worldly mess don't work for you. So because of that, spirituality is your way. Entrepreneurship is the exact same way. It's the exact same way. If you want entrepreneurship, you can't settle for mediocrity. You can't settle for covering up and masking those insecurities, masking those deficiencies. No, strengthen them and go harder. Strengthen them and still apply pressure. Strengthen them and start that website. Get the LLC. Do what you have to do because this is what you want. So, like I say, let's reel her back in. Honestly, entrepreneurship is a skill set that can take anybody's life to the next level. My history in corporate America comes from me strategizing how to make over $500,000 in a year. Let me say this again. My history comes from me strategizing how to make over $500,000 in a year. So if I could do it for a Fortune 500 company, how could I not do it for myself? How can I not do it for my clients? So because of that, if I was able to sit back and say, hey, what can I bring to the table? What can I offer? I did it and I'm literally making profits. I get a new client lately. My ratio has been minimum a new client a week. And it's only up from there. Only. So if you have, and then with entrepreneurship, you set your own prices. You just got to make sure your delivery is on point. So just like myself, I have a $1,200 offer. I have a $100 offer. I have $25 offers. So I'm in different price points. However, that $1,200 offer, what can you offer somebody? What can you offer somebody for $1,200? Offering that $1,200 product or service, that higher ticket product or service, that's how you can guarantee yourself $100,000 in a year, $50,000 in a year. I teach my clients. I have a client. She just said between my husband and myself, we want to make almost $200,000 in a year. So I had to teach them how to reverse engineer and strategize that so that their offer for their business makes their goal easily attainable. So entrepreneurship it's all about strategy. It's all about strategy. And honestly, this skill set has helped me personally and professionally. No lie. I live a life and a reality that only is made for a hard body. Let's call it what it is. I live a life and a reality that everybody ain't built for. So because of that, it's up to us to be intentional about knowing I'm different. I want different, and I'm going to strategize how I'm going to get and secure different for myself. Literally. It's nothing wrong with setting these goals. It's nothing wrong with being able to say, you know what, I want different. It's nothing wrong with knowing, hey, I have this skill. I am good at taking pictures. I'm good at doing marketing. I'm good at coming up with captions. There's no rhyme or reason to entrepreneurship at this point. Honestly, you can take one business idea. It takes one idea. Let's make that clear. It takes one idea. You can literally start a hair company. Delegate the daily operations, and from there you can branch out and create different pillars under your company. So yes, you have your hair company, but to support the brand, we also have a merch line. Then to support the brand, we also have a hair academy to teach everybody else how to start hair companies. On top of that, as we grow, as we learn, as we perfect our craft and our skill set, as we do all of that, genuinely, every single piece of data we compose, we beta test, and we sell that too. That's how entrepreneurs are winning. That's how. It doesn't take much. Anybody can make it in entrepreneurship. Anybody can make it. You have to have a skill set. What skill set do you offer? What skill set can you offer? After you realize, okay, yes, I do have this skill set. From there, strategize. what knowledge do I have in entrepreneurship? Do I know how to start the process? Do I know how to register my business? If I don't know how to register my business, maybe I need to look into that first. Like, after you realize and you own, this is what I want, I'm not going to change my mind. After you own that, all you have to do is sit with your areas of opportunity. Sit with your deficiencies. Maybe you're not good in your vocabulary, but you have to be the brand ambassador. So because of that, you got to get some things in order. Maybe you're not so great at taking your pictures. So because of that, you got to work on that a little bit. Whatever it is, there's nothing wrong with taking the time to actually course correct our deficiencies. We got to strengthen all of that if we want entrepreneurship. So walking around masking our problems, walking around like our boo-boo don't stink, that's not going to get you what you want. That's going to keep you miserable. That's going to keep you unhappy. That's going to keep you broken. And that's going to transfer from you to every person that you have contact with. And if they're not strong enough, they're going to deal with the same mess you deal with. It's a vicious cycle. It's a nasty cycle. And lately I've come into contact with way too many people who are on this nasty cycle of masking their mess, trying to cover up the fact that they're miserable. And then because you want different, let's call it what it is, because you want different and you have the courage every other day, it's a, hey, how's it going? You good? How's this? How's that? I'm good. I'm going to always be good because this is what I want and this is what I'm going to keep. Okay? So because of that, it's time out for masking the mess. Excuse me, y'all. It's time out for masking the mess. And I realized as an entrepreneurship coach, I can come on here and I can teach you, okay, this is how you start your website. This is how you change your website and alter your branding. I can teach you how to audit your business. I can teach you all of these grand things, but none of that matters. None of that matters if you don't simply understand and own the fact that entrepreneurship is for who wants it. Entrepreneurship is for whoever sits long enough. Excuse me. Entrepreneurship is for whoever's willing to sit still long enough to figure out what skill set they bring to the table and how they can package that to serve a specific audience. That's all it's about. Excuse me, y'all. I didn't take my sinus medicine, so I'm not feeling my best, but I'm pushing through because I'm tired. Honestly, I'm beyond tired. I'm tired of everybody moping and complaining, and I see how, how they always want to give somebody a stigma, like they always want to put a stigma on somebody. Oh, she did this and now she acting like that. No, I just tapped into a different realm of thinking, and a lot of these excuses, a lot of this jealous, envious, bad behavior, I'm understanding the why behind it, and I'm getting frustrated because so many of us want different. We see people with the things that we want, but we don't at all want to work. We don't at all want to make the hard decisions. What decision can I make today to actually support me in wanting entrepreneurship? What can I do? What can I do? We don't sit still long enough. We don't honor ourselves. We don't honor solitude. We just don't. And we're operating from a place of just being all over the place. And that's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. That's why we have I'm sorry, y'all. I said I was frustrated. Let me reel me back in and watch my mouth. I am. But real life, I am. I'm frustrated because a lot of us entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs, we sit still for too long. We procrastinate. We don't plan. Life catches up with us. Life happens to us. We want to play victim, and we don't sit in the mess that we create. So because of that, like I say, back to the basics. Entrepreneurship is for whoever wants it. And I started this process simply because I wanted to be reassurance. I wanted to be the example. I wanted to be just the support. I just wanted to support. Honestly, I started this because I know what it's like to be an aspiring entrepreneur, and I wanted to support the aspiring entrepreneurs, the active entrepreneurs. And that's why I started this. So I'm doing this to help be that vessel, be that support system that say, no, really, anybody can do it. Like, you just got to learn the process. But in understanding that, I also have to understand that this process isn't for everybody. And that's why, as an active entrepreneur, you have to actually qualify your candidates. You have to qualify your Olympian. You have to qualify your target audience. So I don't have much time. I just wanted to, like I said, I'm really intentional about showing up and just getting the message across. Entrepreneurship is for whoever wants it. I'm not saying you need to buy a course. Not everybody needs to buy a course. Some folks really have the personal strength and accountability to where they know that they want entrepreneurship, and the moment they know they want it, they're taking action. So you have the action-driven individuals who want entrepreneurship and they're going to learn it on their own. What about the ones who don't? There are a select few, or quite a bit, of folks who know that they want it. We all have access to Google, just like we have access to Facebook, IG, and YouTube, but none of us are willing to do the work to research what we want. Or maybe it's too complex of a topic to where you need guidance. I was definitely that individual. I can execute on my own, but I can't really learn on my own. So because of that, I needed coaching through my entrepreneurship process. So if you need coaching, if you need guidance, that's fine. If you need somebody to give you the information, that's fine. It's about the decision. It's about making the decision to honor the fact that you want the information. It's about making the decision to honor the fact that you want the information. Because we all want luxury. We all want to travel. We all want to create our own schedules. But what does that consist of? Travel freedom. You can't work a 40, 45-hour job a week and want travel freedom. It doesn't work like that. So it's about making the real life tough decisions so that we can mold our life into the way that it belongs. Because what's going to happen, you're going to see somebody who actually stood on the courage that you should have had. And then you get mad and backbite and talk mess and stir up and gossip and do all of that simply because you're mad that you didn't do what you know you could. It's time out. It's time out. I'm tired of it. It literally makes me sick to my stomach. The more that I get involved with entrepreneurship, whether you see me or not, presently, whether you see me or not, I'm still working. I still have a business. I still have a curriculum. I still have, subcontractors that I have to track their progress, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do in my process to make sure my business is functional. So because of that, I have no time to waste. The more involved I get in my process, the more empathetic I get to the folks, to the aspiring entrepreneurs, and to the active entrepreneurs, because I realize how much we lack support. I realize how much there's a lack of etiquette towards the entrepreneurship community. You know how it is with doctors. Oh, they got their doctorate. They got their PhD. Oh, no, I'm not regular. I'm this. I'm a doctor. You got to put doctor in front. Put some respect on my name, okay? They don't do that with entrepreneurs. They want to go back and forth with you about your resume as if your skill set isn't your skill set. As if you're not teaching people what you're talking about. However, everybody want to prove that they bring something to the table, but that's not a conversation we need to have. That's a you conversation. So all of us are literally operating out of order. We out of order, y'all. We out of order. And it's making me frustrated. Again, it's making me frustrated because I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to literally expose how simple entrepreneurship is, how simple the process is, how easily attainable it is as long as you project your situation. That's it. As long as you project your situation, it can only work. It can only work. You got to use strategies and you can't skip steps. We can't be lazy and skip steps. You know how you running up the steps and you may skip a couple? take 2 at a time, you can do that. Because when you take those 2 at a time, you still going to have to take 3 back to course correct everything that you missed in the middle and still take those same steps. So you're going to work way harder than you have to if you don't honor the process. Speaking from experience, anything I say on here, I'm preaching to the choir, including myself. I'm talking to the old versions of all of us because I'm praying and claiming that we all are on a process of renewing our lives. Life is precious. Time is short. I know what I want, and I hope y'all know the same. So with that, it's all about me exposing that entrepreneurship is real. It's a real strategy. It's a real skill set that can really change your life. Go on my IG. Literally, you'll see. I say on there, I teach my clients how to strategize over $100,000. I know how to strategize over $500,000. I know how to strategize over $500,000. I know how to get them to easily attain over $500,000. So I'm diminishing the value intentionally so that I can make sure I over deliver. That takes courage. So entrepreneurship ain't for the weak. It's not for the faint at heart. It's not for the folks who just need what they need when they need it. It's for the ones that know what we want. I'm sorry, y'all. It's for the ones that know what we want. Entrepreneurship is for whoever wants it. It's all about us doing what we have to do to get where we want to be. It's all about us making the decision and sticking to the choices that we make. I'm at the place in my life where I will yell it out loud to the top of my lungs. I don't at all plan on going back to corporate America no time soon. Let me make that clear. I don't at all plan on going to corporate America no time soon at all whatsoever. I want to make sure that I'm able to work from home for the rest of my life until I'm no longer working and everything's delegated. That's my plan. Literally. And I know for sure that makes a lot of folks uncomfortable. So I'm to the point I'm about to get on here and say that daily just so we can see it's nothing wrong with setting these goals. It's nothing wrong with sticking to these goals. Our world needs a shift. We losing our men and our women too masculine. I'm sorry, women. I love y'all. I was one of y'all. I drove around in my truck with my music blasting, listening to Da Baby, Lil Baby. One tapped into spirituality, was completely insecure, not doing what I'm supposed to do, running around trying to chase the next turn up. Like, I did that. I lived that life. All those Beano nights of them shooting up the Beano, or I done walked in a couple times and seen guns. So I've lived certain lifestyles. So when I say certain things, please know I'm not diminishing anybody. I'm just bringing another perspective. Because I know what it's like to be in the transitional season of your life. And in that season of transition, you are less and less attracted to that old version of you. So I'm just trying to bring awareness and hopefully spark a flame for somebody in that area, because I'm tired. But I just wanted to come on here and encourage y'all. Sit with y'all resumes. Figure out what skill set you bring to the table. Figure out what you can teach easily. Align that with the industry. Package an offer. Test it out on yourself, your family. Test it out on maybe some folks that you think would fit the mold for what you're trying to sell. Make sure they not cheap and trying to look for a discount, because if so, they not the folks for you. But entrepreneurship is for who wants it. Entrepreneurship is for the person that fights to pursue it without giving up. So if that's you, go ahead and take that leap of faith. If you're struggling to figure out what your skill set is, DM me your resume and I'll DM you back. DM me your resume and I'll DM you back with a list of industries that skill set aligns with. I want to make sure I serve. I always said that when I first came on here. I want to serve, I want to serve, I want to serve. So with that, I vow to serve. My mission is not done. Like I said, I'm going to be on here daily, even if it's only like these short 15-minute videos. I got to do what I got to do. I got to do what I got to do. Because every single day it gets worse and worse, and I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. I don't care about the excuses no more. I don't care about, you make your bed, you lie in it. I know what I want. I'm intentional about life. And if you're not on this journey with me, I love you, but bye. I love you, but bye, because I'm tired. So I love y'all so much. I'm going to continue to enjoy my rest day of this vacation. My birthday is not until the 16th, but it's my birthday month. It's Aquarius season. Shout out to us Aquariuses. We're literally one of a kind. We're literally one of a kind. So shout out to us. I love you guys. I love you. If I say anything to step on your toes, I'm sorry, but good, because I'm tired and it's time for change. I love y'all. If y'all need anything, feel free to DM me. I am always readily available to answer any questions. If your question consists of me, if your question kind of falls in the criteria of something that I offer monetarily, then I'll send you those links. But other than that, I'm ready to serve. I vow to do this, and I'm looking for the group of folks who want what I want. I am looking for the group of folks who want what I want. So if you want entrepreneurship, DM me your resume. I will gladly go over your resume for free and DM you back with a list of industries that your personal skill sets align in. From there, it's up to you to learn how to start your business. If you want coaching, fine, I'm here, but not everybody wants that. So it's up to you to want what you want. It's up to you to make the decisions. However, all it takes to start a business is a skill set. I love you guys so much. I'm Cornesha. I'm an entrepreneurship coach. I do it for you. I do it for me. I do it for us. This is a us thing. It's not the end of me. This is only the beginning. And until tomorrow, I will see y'all later. Good night. Good night. Good night.